The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, I'm Donta.
And hey, I'm Dana.
And welcome to the Donta Show.
What's up, Village? It's your boy Kwame, the man with the plan behind the stands. I'm going to go ahead and make this quick because some of y'all got mouths and be talking mess in the comments and saying that the intro commercial is too long. So, I got something for you. Here we go. Let's get into it. Before we bring out these awesome kings, I need you to stop what you're doing. Excuse me? Excuse me? Ma'am? Sir? You? Yeah, you! Whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, I need you to go ahead and share this live stream. Donta and Dana didn't get all dressed up for you not to share their melanated goodness. So share. You share everything else up in here. Share some quality content for your boys. Now that we mentioned YouTube, are you subscribed to the Donta Show's YouTube? Oh, you're not? Oh, girl. I'm going to need y'all to get it together. Join the village. Go over to www.youtube.com/Donta Morrison. And when you get a chance, head over to Dr. Morrison's. That's right, your boy got his PhD. Head over to Dr. Donta Morrison's website, www.dontamorrison.com, where you can learn more about the man, the myth, the legend known as Donta. And while you're at it, grab some TDS merch and his books. Yes, purchase those smutty books filled with smut. Grab The End of the Rainbow, and yes, they clarified. And last but not least, head over to the company that put this all together, Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a proactive network focused on providing an innovative space for content creators and entrepreneurs. PMN is dedicated to giving its viewers a diverse entertainment experience while helping content creators elevate their production, engagement, and overall branding. To date, PMN has reached over 1 million viewers and listeners internationally, produced over 52 successful shows with high ratings and fanfare, and has housed over 60 content creators, brands, and businesses through entertainment and consulting services exclusive to PMN. Pyro Media Network is a network that makes you feel at home. So if you have an idea for a show, podcast, or need some professional video and audio production for your business or brand, then join the Pyro family today. Go ahead and visit www.pyromedianetwork.com and we will show you how to go to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please help me welcome my brothers from the dynamic duo, the melanated kings themselves, Donta and Dana. Let's get it. Let's go!
What's up, Village? What's up? Happy Tuesday. I'm glad that you are here with me on tonight. Tonight's show is going to be amazing because you all know me and how much I love to highlight Black excellence, Black entrepreneurs, Black businesses, and all that kind of stuff because the Donta Show is all about the Black community. So listen, take a moment, invite your friends, your family, your cousins, and your loved ones and get them on up in here so we can have a phenomenal conversation because you might get empowered in a way you did not imagine. So I'm going to ask you right now, go ahead and take some time to just type it up in there and say, yo, y'all need to get up in the Donta Show because he's about to drop some heat, drop some knowledge, and he's about to let us know what we can do to increase our level of success. And I think that is so important that we do that nowadays because with this pandemic, this inflation, with the cost of gas, the cost of food about to go up, we all in war all over the world. It's a lot of stuff happening that's going to hit your bag. And unless you are doing what needs to be done to make sure that you are okay, it might get a little questionable. So it is important that we make sure that we are tied up with individuals who are making moves, making business moves, and teaching us what we need to know so that we can be more successful in our areas of life. All right. So go ahead and get your invites on Let the people know that we are live and in effect. If you're watching over on YouTube, I appreciate you. If you're watching on Facebook, this is your chance to subscribe to us on Facebook. What's up, Shanty lady? If you are subscribing on Facebook, please go to YouTube and subscribe. YouTube.com/Donta Morrison. Once again, YouTube.com/Donta Morrison. It will behoove you to ignore this phenomenal opportunity to be a part of the village and to do what you can to make sure that we are elevating knowledge and making sure that we're all on the same page and doing what we can do as a Black community to just better our chances of success. All right. So go ahead and just share, like, and enjoy. And let's get into tonight's conversation. I'm excited for it. But before we do that, if you missed last night's discussion, myself and Dana, we unpacked P Valley, we unpacked the Pank, and we just talked about all the characters that are on this phenomenal show on Stars. So if you missed last night's episode, do yourself a favor. Also do yourself a favor by going to our YouTube page and just scrolling through, and you will see where we interviewed Nico Anan, who plays Uncle Clifford. We interviewed him before P Valley ever hit the screen. So the Donta Show has had a lot of amazing guests. So this is my time to let you know, check out some past content. We have had Nico Anan. We've had I'm gonna say Kwame. Of course, you got Kwame. We've had Karamo Brown on the show. We've had the iconic Mickey Howard on the show. We've had Barry Brewer on the show. We've had so many phenomenal actors, singers, comedian, entrepreneurs, Black businesses. We've had conversations about colonics and how to just, better your gut health. We've had conversations about how to overcome systemic oppression, how to deal with all the stuff that is happening to Black people in America. How do we face that? I share stories about my trip to Ghana and how that woke me up. So I'm saying this because a lot of people are wondering, why should I follow the Donta Show? It's more than just me, and it's more than just talks about me. I am bringing on people who are really about making change within communities of color and making sure that we stay abreast of what's going on. One of my favorite episodes was a talk that I had with this, I forgot her name, but she basically works with human trafficking victims of human trafficking. So she does a lot of stuff in the Black community to make sure that those young girls who have been human trafficked, we always think human trafficking is happening in other countries or on other continents, but it's happening right here in the hood. We have a lot of teenage girls that are out there being sex trafficked by pimps. Yes, we still do have pimps, and we do have Johns that go after these young girls, 13, 14, 15 years old, out there working the block. And she gave us things to look out for, things we can do to get those girls off the streets, things we can do to get those pimps put in jail. It was a very informative conversation. Yet again, unless you subscribe to the Donta Show, you are not going to see all the stuff that we talk about. All right. So that was my plug about joining the Donta Show, being a part of the village. But now we're going to get into tonight's conversation. Tonight, I have a very close friend that is going to be a guest. This is someone that I have known, man, I want to say my whole life, but we have been friends since the 7th grade. We were next door neighbors growing up. We went to junior high school together. We went to high school together. We have shared so many memories and wonderful stories throughout the course of our life that I could not put it all into the introduction. But what I can do is tell you what I do know. So let me see. Teves is the owner and master barber at Master Barbering Academy. She is the owner and operator at Dotted Lines Tax Preparation. Okay. She is the owner and tech at Great Brow Solutions. So she does eyebrows. She does laser lipo. She owns Your Hair and More full service studio. So it's not just a salon or a barbershop. It is a full service studio. She has her hands in so many different businesses and business moves that it is amazing, because once you hear her story from where she came from, what she went through, and how she got to where she is today, you will have no choice but to be encouraged and inspired. I remember when she went to school to become a welder. I'm like, what you gonna do with welding? She said, you never know. You never know. Just learn what you can, and let's get through life the best way that we can. All right. So without further ado, Village, please welcome to the Donta Show, the multi-hyphenate Teves Lee. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, T? You got to unmute yourself.
Okay, there we go. Hello.
There
hello.
you go. There you go. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, you've done so much. I tried to capture all that I could, with my little introduction, because I know that, I don't want to miss out on anything, but I'm sure I did miss a few baby steps. But I want to just really dive into this conversation, because you reached out to me a few weeks ago because you opened yet another barber studio, full service barber, business. It was like, yo, can you promote this on the show? I'm like, yo, no doubt. But it'd be better if you came on and talked about, this new venture, in addition to everything else you got going on. So I'm going to let you, take, a minute to just unpack what all are you a part of and what all is under your entrepreneurial belt.
Okay. So my foundation is hair. My foundation is hair. I'm a 5th generation barber. My mother's father, her grandfather were barbers, and 3 of her siblings were barbers. So I'm a barber from way back in my family line. So hair is what everything is based on. Currently, there's Your Hair and More in Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I will be opening Afros of Hollywood Shave Parlor in Compton. This weekend is the grand opening. This Saturday from 12 to 6. Stay where you are. This Saturday from 12 to 6. Inside the Delamo Swap Meet. Over this way. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you busy right now. Look at you. You're the person from GPS.
A few years ago, I got certified as a CPA. So, and I did that so I could learn how to do my own taxes. So I didn't have to rely on somebody telling me what to do with my business taxes, so that I understood what was being done. So we opened up a tax service. When I say we, my wife and I. So we do our own taxes. We also do other people's taxes, of course, but my main focus was my own taxes.
Right.
She's a licensed notary and a loan signing agent, so we tied that into the tax business. I also own Master Barbering Academy. Being from a barber family, I thought it'd only be fitting for me to teach it. I've cut hair for so long, so why not teach it? So 2017, after working for every barber college in LA County, I decided to open my own. In 2017, I made that happen. So we're going about 5 years now. The barber school is right next door to the barber shop, downtown Long Beach on 3rd. And
Let's not forget Haven of Hope.
Say that again.
Let's not forget Haven of Hope.
Oh yeah, Haven of Hope. Haven of Hope was born of my own rib, I guess you could say. I mean, that was it started from my own personal struggles. It was a baby birth from my own personal struggles. And it originally started off as transitional housing. We house single mothers, single fathers, wayward teens, former foster youth. And then it just branched off into so many other things in conjunction with Gamma Zeta Rho, my fraternity. We also do philanthropic doings all through the neighborhood, and we tie in food, we tie in clothes giveaways. Getting off on beach, we tie in a bunch of stuff within both of those organizations together. And the tattoo removal, the laser tattoo removal, and the laser lipo that you mentioned, those were birthed during the pandemic. I had to come up with something that was pandemic proof, things that people were still doing during the pandemic, and still stay within my field. I didn't want to go and have to get a job outside my field. I wanted to stay within the beauty industry, so I just decided to get certifications in things that were still in my industry, just outside of the realm of hair. So that I could keep it all in the family, but yet make myself a little more pandemic proof, just in case we go through this crap again.
Now, you just listed at least 5 or 6 different businesses, all that you own, that you operate, you're the president of, the founder, or whatnot. Did fear ever enter into any of these situations? Because I know a lot of people watching, or that may watch this, have these ideas of what they want to do. And they're like, I want to do this. I want to open this. I want to create this for people, or whatever the case may be. And you have literally pursued every single thing that has entered your dome. Were you ever scared, or is there anything that you wanted to do, but you did not pursue it?
There's a few things that I want to do that I haven't done, and I won't say that I haven't done them because I won't do them. I just haven't gotten around to them yet. I haven't gotten them yet. I have still a few adventures that
Right.
that I have plans for, a few business ventures, but I would say just do it. First of all, you can never succeed at anything if you don't fail. You got to fail at something to succeed at anything.
Right. Right.
You got to be bad at something to be good at anything.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know if what you're going to be bad at and what you're going to be good at it, what you're going to be bad at or what you're going to be good at until you try it all. My advice would be to stay within your realm, stay within your reach. Like I said, I want to step outside of what my realm was. My realm was hair. My industry is the beauty industry. My industry is the personal service industry. So when I was looking to make some more money during pandemic, when haircuts slowed down and when things just kind of was haywire and nobody knew the direction of anything, I felt comfortable with stepping outside of my comfort zone slightly because it wasn't hair, but yet it was still a part of the beauty industry. So
Right.
I'm comfortable within that industry. I'm comfortable within the personal service industry. So, I mean, I would suggest if there's some things that some people want to do, if you have a particular mode in mind, a business model in mind, you can apply every business model to every business. You just got to adapt it to what it is that you want to do, the product that you're trying to sell, or the service that you're trying to provide. Basically, any business model will adapt to any business. You just got to work out the kinks.
Now, let me ask you this question, because most folks are probably going to be like, well, where does she go to school? What's her degree in? Does she have an MBA? Is she this? Is she that? So let's get into the nuts and bolts of you, the part that may surprise and shock a lot of individuals. So, did you go to Harvard, Yale, Smith, Brown, Pepperdine? What's your degree in?
Well, I got two. I got one from what they call that. What was it? Club Med. I got one from Club Med, and then I got my only educational degree is I have an associate's in business, but most of my degree came from the penitentiary and the streets.
Boom. There you go.
To be
there
frank,
you go. And Teves just hit a dance. You going through a dead zone. You're going through a dead zone. You broke up. But Teves just said her education came from the penitentiary and the streets. And Teves is not ashamed to talk about she did some time. She'd been behind bars and all that kind of stuff. But when you look at her now and see all the stuff that's under her belt, all the accomplishments and all the respect and accolades that she has gotten over the years, you would never be like, wow, she's never seen the inside of a prison wall. So Teves, when you were doing that time, when you were serving, did you see yourself here?
Yeah, I did. As long as I could get my head out my butt and do what I knew that I already knew how to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I didn't come from nothing. I just chose to do stupid stuff.
Wow, say that again.
I didn't come from nothing. I just chose to do stupid stuff. I knew better, but being in the streets, shit's fun sometimes. It ain't what we're taught. It ain't what we're supposed to do. But thankfully, I did have the common sense to know right from wrong. But I also knew that it was the things that were happening in my life were because of the choices that I was making. When I decided to stop making the choices that I was making, those things stopped happening in my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So do you think that you are, when you look at kids nowadays, and a lot of them might look at you and say, see, Teves made it and yada, yada, yada. Do you think that you're like a fluke to the system?
No.
Do you think you overcame certain odds, or are there a lot of individuals out there that share your story, they just don't get the same kind of shine?
A little bit of both. There are a lot of us out here. Some of us don't want no shine.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us also, they do the bare minimum and don't quite reach the shine.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody doesn't do as much as I do. Not to say that because I do so much I deserve more shine, but the loudest will gets the grease.
Right.
So and there's a flip side to that as well. Sometimes it's not easy to kind of bounce back as easy as or it wasn't easy. It may look easy. It may look as though that it was easier for me, but it takes you to have certain things coming out of the system. It takes you to have support. You need a support system. You need people behind you. You have to ask for help. You have to put yourself in a position to receive help. You have to change and do things differently and surround yourself around different people and change your mindset. It doesn't just happen. You don't just walk out of the penitentiary and then just a job or money to buy a business or the information and the knowledge to run the business. It doesn't just fall into your lap. You have to seek it.
Right.
And you have to be willing to accept it. And once you get it, you got to retain it.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Retention.
You can't just get it. You got to retain it because it does you no good to hear it and for somebody to tell you. And people are only going to tell you something that's given, something that they had to pay for to get, or they took time and blood and sweat to get. They're only going to tell you once. You can't keep asking people to help you and giving you advice and how to run your business when they went to school for this information. They paid somebody to teach them this information. And you asking them to give it to you for free. They'll tell you, your friends will tell you certain things, but they ain't gonna keep telling you.
Right. And I think that when it comes to that, what is your give back life like? You know, because I know a lot of people that they'll crawl out of the gutter, for lack of a better way to put it. They'll get to the top, but then when people come to them and ask for advice and yada yada yada, they have this wall up, and it's like they get real like, yeah. How are you in that area? Are you a mentor?
I give everything that I got, because I can't take it with me, for one. For two, I'm not worried about you being my competition, because it's enough of everything out here for everybody to eat. You're not gonna do what I do my way. You're gonna do what I do. You can do what I do, but you're not gonna do it my way. You're gonna do what I do your way.
Yes.
What's meant is meant for me.
Right.
You don't have you won't affect my plate at all. So me helping you, or me giving you advice, or me giving you some game, or me teaching you the ropes on something specific, it's not going to affect me at all. I mean, I don't agree with that particular theory. I mean, one of my haven of hope. I Short little story. I met a lady. I was fresh out of the penitentiary. I was doing timeshare sales for Wyndham. I was on the phone, and we were making cold calls. And one of the people that I had to call to try and try to get her into the timeshare presentation. When I asked her what she did for a living, she said that she had transitional houses.
Mm-hmm.
And my eyes lit up, because I had already been discussing with my wife that I wanted to do something similar like this. I want to do some transitional houses. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. So when I called this lady, and that's what she said, she did make it right here. When she said that's what she did, I was like, you mind if I take your number and call you off
wow. Just broke protocol. Protocol.
Like, I said that. Yeah, I mean, this might be a little awkward, but you mind if I call you when I get home? Because I'd like to pick your brain about what you say you do. And she was like, sure. So I called her when I got home, and I talked to her, and I explained to her what I wanted to do. And she was like, look, why don't you come down to my place? Y'all can walk through my place. I'll give you my paperwork. You can change it, make it your own, put your name on it, do what you want to do with it. Come on down, walk through my place, see what you like, see what you don't like. Take my model, do what you need. Take what you need, use what you need. What you don't want, throw it away, change, whatever.
Wow.
She gave me her brochure. She gave me food lists. She gave me her, like it was a packet that she had. And I did exactly what she did. I took that packet, and I took her name off of it, and I copy and pasted it, and put it, and changed the price, and changed the words, and made it fit my business and my business model. I did exactly what she told me to do. You're gonna make a left at that light up there. I did exactly what she told me to do. Then when I walked through her place, there was some things about her place I didn't like. So when I designed my place, I had the forethought of being able to walk through somebody else's place.
Right.
Beforehand, which I didn't have before. I didn't know what I would be able to get away with, and what I could do and what I couldn't do, and what the city was going to be sticklers about, as far as having people sleeping in the same rooms and things like that. So I was able to get a whole lot of questions answered. Yep, right past it. I was able to get a whole lot of questions answered that I would have never been able to get done without somebody taking my hand and giving me some game. She didn't charge me for that. She didn't charge me to work for how, charge me for her paperwork. She didn't charge me for anything. Right there with the RVA.
And that's not common. That is not common. Most folks will not give you their whole business model and say just cut and paste and put your stuff on it.
Yep.
And did that convince you that you want to do the same thing for someone else?
No, it didn't have to convince me, because you can park right here, because I was already like that. I was already like thing that I knew. If I had information on anything, whether you were my friend, we could have been strangers and just bumped into each other, taking the trash out, and you asked me a question. If it was something that I knew about, we could spend hours telling you about it, and I'm gonna give you all the information I got. That's just how I've been, because it makes no difference to me. I can't take the information with me.
Right. Exactly. And we need to see more of that. And that's really what I try to talk about on the Donta show. It's that village mentality. And like you said, it's enough for all of us to eat, and there's no need to hoard anything because food spoils. So let's just all eat and then start again the next day. And I love the spirit in which you operate, because you want everybody to have bread, because you're not going to go hungry if I'm eating too.
Nope.
I think that's beautiful and that's lovely. And that should be the mindset that a lot, especially Black entrepreneurs and Black businesses, should have. So while you get situated and get out the car, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back for the second half, and I want you to share how can people become a part of Master Barbering Academy, because I think it's a lot of barbers out there that don't know where to go. A lot of in-home barbers. It's a lot of parents out there that got these kids that need to learn how to cut hair. They ain't got to go to college. Get a good trade. I want you to talk about Master Barbering Academy, your new barbershop that's in the Compton Swap Meet in that area, and then even Haven of Hope a little bit further, and let people know how many people you have housed over the years and just basically changed their lives. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. You get situated and set up a part 2. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Welcome back to the second half of the Donta Show. Teves, lift your camera up. All we see is chin. And my guest tonight is multi-hyphenate Teves Lee. She is a barber, a CPA. She owns a transitional housing facility. She does so much stuff. And before the break, she just basically talked about how she got here, how her experience going to jail, getting out of jail, building up all these businesses. If you missed the first half, please make sure to check it out on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to us on YouTube, please do so. Go to youtube.com/Donta Morrison. Click subscribe and become a part of the village. It will cost you absolutely nothing. You have nothing to lose. All right. So do me a favor and make sure to do that. So now we're going to dig into the second half of the show. Teves owns Master Barbering Academy. So like she shared earlier, she has worked for almost every barber. No, she's worked for every barber college in Los Angeles County. And then in 2019, she said 2019 T or 17?
17.
2017, she said, bump that. I'm working for you when I have all the knowledge and what it takes to own my own. And she opened up Master Barbering Academy in the city of Long Beach. And Teves, let's talk about it. Who can go to Master Barbering Academy? What is the ages and all that? Because I have a lot of moms on here that got these little knucklehead boys. They cutting their homie's head in the garage, charging them $5 a pop. And when they become 18, they could be a licensed barber fresh out of high school. And when you told me that, I went back to the youth that I mentioned, like, yo, it's no excuse. If you cutting hair right now in high school, you can graduate high school and be a licensed barber. Just go to Master Barbering Academy, and she'll work with you. Don't trip about, well, it costs too much. She'll work with you. So let's talk about Master Barbering Academy.
Okay, so Master Barbering Academy is my baby. I have wanted to open up a school. I've taught barbering since '97, all over LA County, but I didn't necessarily always agree.
It's the best freeze. See how the devil gets busy.
With students.
You froze a little, T. You froze a little. Go back about 10 seconds.
Most schools are only concerned with students passing the state board. They're not really concerned with you being a good barber or a good cosmetologist after you get that license. If you stick to it, you stick to it, but they're basically only concerned with their passing rate, which comes from whether or not you passed when you went to go take that state exam. I never really agreed with us being pushed as instructors to, I guess, produce that type of attitude on the floor and in the schools, because I feel like if you taught them to be good barbers or you taught them to be good cosmetologists, passing the state board was just one of the benefits of being a good barber and a good cosmetologist. So with my school, I focus more on the career that you'll have behind the chair after your license versus you passing the license, because all of that it'll come natural. It'll all just fall into play. Now, who can attend Master Barbering? Anyone over the age of 16 can attend Master Barbering. I mean, really and truly, you can attend at the age of 15, but the problem with a 15-year-old attending barber college is that you can't take your license until you're 18. It doesn't really take 3 years to complete 1,000 hours. Therefore, you will complete the program too far in advance and still be able to remember and retain the information to pass the test. It's best to take it within a year and a half, 2-year time frame, so that by the time you finish the course, you'll be right around target to turn 18 and immediately have a test date set after your 18th birthday to go and take the test, so that the information from the course is fresh on your brain. So that's the theory behind where the age of going to school is. But I mean, technically, any age can come and take a refresher course or just a boot camp cutting class. If you have a young barber and maybe they starting young and they're 11, 12, 13 years old and they're cutting, and you'd like them to get just a little bit better or to boost their confidence, we got a boot camp cutting class that they could come and just freshen up their skills, or they won't be collecting hours, because technically they can't use those hours when it comes to going toward their actual license. So they wouldn't be collecting hours, but they would be collecting knowledge. They would be collecting experience. They would be collecting and building up the confidence that they would need later on in life if this is something that they want to choose as a career path.
Now, what is something now we do have a lot of barbers out there that are in shops and they're not licensed.
If you're in a shop, you're not licensed and you want to be licensed, I can help you.
Okay. Now, what is the downfall of not being a licensed barber? For those that still trying to hood rig it, what's the downfall of not being licensed?
Not being a licensed barber, you're not able to claim your benefits. You're not able to You really won't be able to buy and establish yourself in life as a grown adult with things and being successful and making large purchases that require income requirement income to be substantiated. You can say how much you make, but if you can't prove where it came from, there's certain things you're not going to be able to buy. You can have thousands of dollars in the bank, but if you can't substantiate a credible source for that income, you can't just go buy a house and say, "Oh, I got 100 grand in the house. Take my money." That money has to be sourced.
Okay.
So there's certain purposes of getting a license, because once you have a license, then you can attach that to a business, which is yourself being an independent contractor working out of a barbershop, or you can open up a barbershop and become a business. But it allows you to move more freely through the system of life, and just do what you need to do and make things happen. Not being licensed, yeah, you get away with not paying taxes. You get away with not having to pay your dues and not having to, I guess, utilize that time for hours in school. But you're not getting over on anyone. You're not circumventing anything. Basically, you've stagnated yourself, and
Wow.
you know that you stagnated yourself.
Wow. Got it. Okay. I hope someone was listening that feels they can just keep doing it their way and they're going to be all right. And then to the parents out there, Teves, that may look at the barber profession as some kind of hood fallback way to make money. Is barbering a reliable profession that will give stability?
Yes, and it is even more so now than it was when I got it. When I got in it, I've been licensed since 1995. I've been cutting hair since 1981. Like I said, I'm a fifth generation barber, but I've been cutting hair since I was 9 years old. Um, I went to barber college in 1995. Got my license in 95. In 95, I could count on one hand how many female barbers there were. There weren't a whole lot of us, and it was hard as hell out there.
Mm-hmm.
These men barbers were not trying to share the customers. They weren't trying to see us eat, especially if you look like me. If I had on a cute little dress and some makeup and some heels and my titties was out, I might have had a better time in the barbershop.
Uh-huh.
But because I didn't look like that, and I didn't present myself in that way, the first well, there was only one. The first barbershop I tried to work in, I went straight and opened my own shop. I opened my shop 1 month after. I opened my shop 1 month before I received my license. That's how bad it was. They pushed me
Wow.
to barber college, because your last couple of months, 9 times out of 10, the average barber, your last 5 to 6 months in barber school, you've already picked your barbershop and started working at barbershop, even though you weren't supposed to be working at that barbershop, but you were already
Mm-hmm.
working at the barbershop. It might have been one or two of those little shops showed me before I even got my license while I was still in school that I wasn't going to be able to go work in a barbershop. I had no choice but to open my own shop immediately after getting out of barber school if I was going to survive, if I was going to eat, if I was going to build a clientele, and if I didn't want to wait 4 or 5 years before I started trying to build my own clientele, trying to eat off of other of what the male barbers left me on the plate. It
Right.
it, it was hard. It was hard.
And
But
that was Afros of Hollywood?
what'd you say?
That was Afros of Hollywood?
Yes, that was my first place. Afros of Hollywood at 6332 Hollywood.
And when she said, and I say that because not only did she open a barbershop called Afros of Hollywood, but it was on Hollywood Boulevard. So imagine Hollywood, that area, to have a black-owned barbershop, female ran black-owned barbershop on Hollywood near Vine, between Vine and Ivar. And Afros was a unique experience. I was a regular. You know, Teves cut me and all my significant others' heads on a regular, but it was just something to see this standout barbershop on Hollywood Boulevard. So I'm looking like, how can you afford to be on Hollywood Boulevard with all this going on down here? But Teves pulled it off, and now you own Afros of Hollywood Long Beach, you know, and then you own Master Barbering Academy, and now you have the newest location in the city of Compton.
Yes.
You know, and what's the name of that one?
Afro's a Hollywood Shave Parlor.
Afro's a Hollywood Shave Parlor, not barbershop, shave parlor. Level it up. So you own 3 barbershops, with 2 barbershops and a barber college.
Yes.
All right. No excuse for anybody not to get a good quality haircut or learn how to be a cut. So like I said, parents, if you got a little one out there, whether it's a boy or a girl, and you see them they got some skills, they can do a ball fade, they can do a taper and all that. Don't send them off to college, because all they're going to do is be in their college dorms, cutting head, not going to class. So if they're a barber at heart, push them. Go ahead and let them be a barber, because they will be established. Then I want to talk about Haven of Hope, Teves. Haven of Hope is your residential facility. How many people have just crossed the thresholds of Haven of Hope?
Hold up, y'all. The dog's about to go crazy.
So for those that don't know this, Teves is a dog lover. Teves has the most beautiful dogs you will ever see. They are all right there, probably next to her right now. They are gorgeous. She breeds. So if you want a dog, I'll let her tell you what kind of dog she got. But if you want a dog, and you got the money for it, she has some beautiful animals. Let me see if she'll hold one up for y'all to see. Can they see one of the babies, Teves? Can they see one of the babies?
Okay, let's see.
Here we go.
How do I turn this around? Let's see. Camera. No, that's camera off.
There they go. Look at them. Look at them. That's just 2 of them, y'all. That's just 2 of them. Beautiful. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And bless you, Pooh. And when I tell you they are the most trained animals you will ever see, they are highly trained. They are lovable. They are beautiful. They are gorgeous. So that was our commercial. What kind of dogs are they, Teves? What kind? I don't want to say it wrong.
I got 4 French.
Lift the camera up. We only see chin. There we go.
I got 4 Frenchies. 4 Frenchies, 2 males and 2 female Frenchies. One English bulldog, and I breed those, and then I got the pit bull. But the pit bull I don't breed. The pit bull that's my guy, KC.
Right. And they are beautiful animals. So Haven of Hope, Teves, how many people have resided at Haven of Hope throughout the years?
Oh, wow, babe. How many people do you think we've housed since 2008 to date for Haven of Hope? The last time I did, oh man. 2008? Yeah, no.
It's a lot. I know it's a lot. And it's not, Haven of Hope is not a rinky-dink establishment. It is a beautiful facility that I think Teves and Netta, they really pour their heart into those locations, and they make sure that people who are living there don't even feel like they're in some kind of facility. It's a beautiful location, and they just do it with so much love. It is their other baby. These 2 just have babies on top of babies. And what you guys are doing as far as your give back, being your entrepreneur spirit and just that philanthropic spirit is beautiful, and I think it should be recognized and acknowledged. So Teves, before we go, what I want to do now, you said let's highlight your shave parlor in Compton. So if anybody out there is a barber and they need somewhere to land, do you have seats available?
Okay, this might make a few people mad. I do have 2 spots available, but I only want females. This shop is all female shop, and I am trying my best to be as multicultural as possible. So I am really looking for barbers outside my race currently, possibly Caucasians or Asians. I currently have a Hispanic and Black females currently. So I am looking for some more females. I'd like another. Uh, I would like a Caucasian and possibly an Asian female barber, if that's possible. If somebody knows somebody that knows somebody, I appreciate the referral.
Now, why is this your vision? Why?
Right around the time of afros, when I opened afros, I wanted afros to be all female. I just couldn't. There weren't enough females at barbering back in the day for me to have an all female shop. And if they were all spread apart, and nobody really had the vision and to put a bunch of females in the shop together. I guess did nobody think we would all eat? Nobody would eat because they aren't going to come to a shop full of women. Nobody's going to come to a shop full of women. But
Right.
times have changed now, and you have more barbers that are more customers that want female barbers. Now, I shop. More barbers that want more customers that want female barbers these days than they did before.
Okay.
So, I think we got a better. I think there's a better shot of it being more successful now than a few years ago. I shop. And I think female barbers are just a little bit easier to deal with. I'm old. I don't want to deal with the mess no more. That barbershop environment that just happens because it's a barbershop.
Right. The barbershop conversation, the energy, the testosterone. It can be a lot.
It's a lot, and I'm not. Because I don't plan on being there. I'm still staying in Long Beach. I'll be in Compton on Saturdays and Sundays only. So I won't be there. So I won't be able to be there and micromanage and keep a watch on it like that. So I think it's a little easier going with some females that are that are running.
Why Compton?
That's my wife's home.
Got it.
Yeah, that's her neck of the woods. That's her stomping ground. But I've always wanted to be in the swap meet. I've always wanted to be inside the swap meet. And LA is just too far for me to do every day. I would have liked to be in the Slauson, but the Slauson already has a barbershop. And it's just too far for me to drive. I can't make that drive every day. This was closer, more familiarity. Plus, we grew up right there. DA in the building, baby. DA
in the building. You riling them up.
Yeah. So I mean, that's D Block right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, for us. That's right. For us. We grew up right down the street. You remember that? Remember our first day of school? Us walking all the way down. Remember right there? First day of for orientation. Yeah.
Walked through it. Folks don't know that side of me, Teves. I'm a doctor now.
No, yeah, you're a doctor now, yeah.
They won't believe you. I'm a doctor.
But I mean, it's I'm proud of my journey, man. I'm real proud.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't the world. I mean, I used to say that the time that I spent in prison, that period was the worst time of my life, and it's not. It was the best time of my life because it made me who I am today. I would not be the individual I am right now had I not done that time in the penitentiary. Had I not.
See, the devil be busy with Teves. Dropping nuggets. Then she blacks out. And you mute it. You were dropping the nuggets, Teves. You still muted. There you go.
Yeah, I wouldn't change any of that. I wouldn't be who I am right now had it not been for that time that I spent in locked up and with those people and doing the things that I was doing at those times. I wouldn't be who I am today. So I wouldn't change any of that.
And I think you have really inspired people on tonight. And like I always tell folks, the Donta Show is really, I don't try to do clickbait, and I don't try to do stories just to stay relevant. I try to give real conversation and give people some time to shine. And a lot of folks need to know you exist. that know what you are, know who you are, know what you do, and all that, because they have kids that look just like you, that reflect what you're going through, and they may have a son or a daughter that's behind bars right now and think that all hope is lost. And I raised my child in the best environment possible. And we like you said, we grew up with some privilege. We had some things.
I knew better than to do all
yeah,
this.
We had some things.
Completely knew better. I grew up in a parent home. My mother and my father stayed together. They were married. They both had jobs. We had plenty of food, new clothes, new cars. I knew better, but I chose to do what I did.
And I think a lot of parents need to hear that, because they're like, I did the best I could and my child went left. That don't mean your child is gone.
No,
that don't mean your child is gone.
Your child don't know how to make it back. But It's a choice. It's a choice. But to the parents that are watching your kid, and as parents, we know our children, and we know if they're college bound. We know if we're gonna have to go get them off the block. We know if we know if you got a kid and your kid ain't college bound, don't try to force your kid to go to college. Let your kid go take a trade. They don't have to be a barber. I'm not necessarily pushing barbering right now, because everybody's not a barber. Everybody that's not college bound is not a barber shop or salon bound as well. But trades are greatly undervalued and underappreciated in our day and time.
Yeah.
And most people make more money knowing a trade than they do having a degree under their belt today.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, if you get HVAC certified, you set for life. Then you got that heating and the air conditioning, you good to go. So I think we need to learn in our community how to create that balance. Like you said, be honest about what you gave birth to. Just be honest and don't try to compare your child to the kid down the street. Yeah, they got a full ride to an Ivy League. That's their kid down the block. You know what's in your house. Don't put that upon your child, because then when they don't make it, they're going to feel like they failed you, because they're only doing it because you want them to be this name, and that's not what they were created to be. So, Bible says train up a child in the way they should go. So know which way your child should go, not the way you want them to go.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Teves, thank you for being a guest on tonight. Last minute, I called you at the last minute, and you said, "Yeah, I'll do it." We rode with you home. We got you in the house. We saw the babies. So this is a good episode. I hope people that watched it on tonight got something from it. Got inspired, got motivated, and most importantly, if you're sitting on a dream, if you're sitting on a desire, if you're sitting on something that you want to do, take it from Teves. Just do it. And if you fail, then you tried. It's okay to fail. It is okay. But what if you succeed? That's the thing.
It's not okay to fail. It is imperative that you fail. It is imperative that you fail. If you don't fail, you won't learn nothing. If you don't fail, you will not excel. You have to fail to excel.
I love it. Village, that's it. That's our nugget for tonight. Teves, thank you so much. I put the links to Master Barbering Academy in there. I put the links for Haven of Hope up in there. We're gonna find you a Asian and a white girl to come and do some ball fades, some tapers over in Compton. We're gonna make it happen, because you put it out in the atmosphere and you never know who is watching. So congrats on all you've done thus far, and we know you got more in store.
And
do your closing comment.
I want to encourage and invite everybody within earshot of this show tonight to come by and stop by the grand opening this Saturday at the Delamo Swap Meet. What is that? 2787 East Delamo Boulevard. Y'all, everybody know what the Delamo Swap Meet is.
Right. Come on down to the swap meet.
Yeah, come on down to the swap meet. Y'all know where I'm at. I'm in the back by the food court. I got raffles going on. I got some interesting raffles going on. So you can win 1 free haircut. You can win 4 free haircuts, or you can win a year's worth of free haircuts from me, not from a student, from me. Now you already know. You already know.
Is she a beast with him?
So that's 1 free haircut, 4 free haircuts, or a year's worth of haircuts. And I'm also auctioning off a 24-hour 2022 Vanderhall rental for the day.
I will share the flyer on my page and let folks know. And we're gonna push them out there to be out there this Saturday at the Delamo Swap Meet for the grand opening of Afros of Hollywood Shave Parlor at the Delamo Swap Meet. T, consider it done. They're gonna be there. All right. Show, take us out, Kwame, and I'll do the closing. Thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. I pray that something was said that inspired you and motivated you to be better, greater, and stronger. LT, thanks, bro, for watching the show. Hopefully you were motivated. Pam, I thank you. Jonathan, thank you. Leah, I see you. You love the little puppies. So that concludes the Donta Show episodes for this week. We'll be back next Monday and Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live and YouTube. If you've not subscribed to us on YouTube, go to youtube.com/Donta Morrison. youtube.com/Donta Morrison. And once you subscribe to the Donta Show and become part of the village, go on over to Instagram. Follow me on the IG, Donta_Morrison. Donta_Morrison on the IG. And as always, village, we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for rolling with us and making every single show a phenomenal experience. So until next week, please stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, stay motivated, and stay inspired. I will see you next Monday at 8 p.m. right here on Facebook Live and YouTube. Take care, good night, and God bless. Yes. Yeah. Good night.